Hi, hello, my name is Maya and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have a video a little bit different for you because I decided to do weekly vlogs or weekly vlogmases, dare I say, during the whole Advent season of December 2025 because I have two Advent projects, kind of, that I would like to do, and I figured it would be interesting and fun and maybe cute to share that with you. So that's what I'm trying to do. However, it's not exactly going as I planned because at the beginning of the week, so on the 1st of December, I was quite sick and I couldn't talk. So I had grand plans of filming an intro video to explain what I was gonna do with my two Advent blanket projects, but I couldn't. So I decided to still start the knitting, which is what I'm going to show you now, and to push back the explaining of things, which is what I'm recording now, and today, as I'm recording, it's Sunday. So let me explain to you what I am doing right now on the screen. So basically what you see here is my Nutiden stash. It's my box filled with unspun yarn. I only have Nutiden unspun yarns, I don't have any other brands that are available, and it's more than enough. And I really want to get this box, if not empty, at least less full than it was before. And I have a lot of random scraps, as you can see. Small bits of any kind of color, quantity. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. And I don't really know what to do with them, so I decided to just do the simplest blanket ever. And it's just going to be a garter stitch blanket, but I'm gonna knit it corner to corner. So I'm gonna start with like 3 stitches and increase on each side, so the blanket is going to be bigger and bigger. And at some point I'm going to start decreasing, and then I'm gonna have a rectangular or square blanket. We will see. So what I'm doing here is I'm sorting the leftovers I have into quantities. So that's why I have my scale with me. I'm weighing the plates, and I'm kind of putting them in order of smaller to bigger. Because the less stitches I have, the less yarn I'm gonna use. So hopefully the width of my stripes is going to stay kind of the same throughout the blanket. I'm not really too picky or fussy about it. It's just a general rule of thumb I'm following. And I'm also trying to have the stripes contrast in a nice way between each other and not have like two whites next to each other and then two super dark colors next to each other. So it's not random at all, but hopefully in the end I should have a result that's pretty like cohesive, but still looks random, if you see what I mean. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. As you can maybe tell, I also have 2 full plates on the right and almost 2 full plates also on the bottom left of the box, kind of. And I'm not sure I'm going to use those full plates into the blanket. Maybe I'm going to separate them to have colors repeat throughout the blanket. I'm not sure. Or maybe I can do the border using those full plates. I don't really know yet, but they are here and I will try to use them because I don't have a project planned for them, so I'm not going to need them for anything else. I also have a few colors that I don't want to include, like this bright red or this very, very white, because I feel like they are not gonna go well with the other colors, so I just decided to leave them out, and I will see what I do with them later. And I also have those 2 balls that are unraveled yarn, and it's a very kinky, very noodly, very like squished down yarn, because it has been knit up and blocked. And I feel like the texture of those is not gonna match well with the other yarns either, so I also left them out. And I think I'm gonna use them into my other Advent project, which is my switcher blanket. So I'm finally gonna tackle this one. I've been wanting to make it for years, but I was also kind of building up my leftover stash. So this is the box containing all my leftovers. I have another box of a similar size with my full skeins, and as you can see, it's overflowing, so I need to address that. So what I'm doing here is sorting the leftovers because I only want to keep the DK to worsted weight yarns or the fingering weight that I can hold double, wool, blends, and non-superwash. So I'm taking out everything that's not in this category, and I will put in the yellow bag everything that is within this category. But I will quickly have a bit of trouble to sort the yarns because I have quite a few leftovers of cotton and wool blends that are also non-superwash. So technically I could use them, but for some reason they are all pretty bright colors, and I am seeing in my yellow bag that the general color palettes of the leftovers I can find are usually more earthy, muted, dark tones, and for some reason the cotton and wool blends are absolutely not in this color palette, so I'm not sure what to do with them. So you can see me hesitate with them, I'm not sure what to do. But for now, I will put them in the bag and see later. If I don't want to put them in, I can always take them out. And this little bundle of super cute mini skins is actually the whole reason why I wanted to do a switch up blanket at all. Because this is an advent calendar, a yarny advent calendar that I received 2-3 years ago. I bought 2-3 years ago. And it was from a brand that doesn't exist anymore. It was a one-woman show, and she was dyeing and milling her own yarns in her own mill. And it was a half hand-dyed and half hand-milled yarns, I guess. But yeah, I will make you the short story. So basically, I was missing 5 minis in my advent, and I contacted the maker and I asked her if she could send me the missing ones. And she said yes, but then she never answered to me again, so I never received my minis. I was quite upset about it, so I wanted to complete my missing set by getting more leftovers of my own projects, but at the time I didn't have enough, so that's why I decided to push back this project. And now I definitely have enough, and I still have those minis. I still don't have them all, but it's fine. And I can finally start the project. And that's when I had the genius idea that I could actually use those 2 balls of blocked and nudely nutiden into this project, because the weight of those balls is DK2 roasted, so it's perfect. And in this cardboard box, I have some Filcolana Peruvian Highland wool that I bought to do the main color of the blanket. So I wanted the black main color, and then the other colors are leftovers from another project. So I can use those in the blanket as well. I don't know why they were in this box and not in the leftover box. And I have a lot of red leftovers, so I think I have enough to do like a real project with those. So I'm gonna put them in the full skin box and not in the leftovers box. But yeah, still, it means that, as you can see, my yellow bag is overflowing with leftovers. So I guess I have enough to complete my advent blanket. And I'm calling it an advent blanket, even though I don't really have a full advent calendar, because I'm gonna pick a color each day to make a square, and I'm gonna pick random. I'm not sure how exactly. Maybe I'm gonna ask Mr. Things to pick a color for me or something like that. And it's not gonna be advent in the sense that the colors are gonna be a surprise, because I know them all because they are leftovers or mini skins that I have already opened. But it's gonna be an advent in the sense that I'm gonna have a different color each day, and that's perfectly good for me. So that's my plan, and I'm really excited to finally cast on this blanket after years of waiting. Something else I would like to do for this advent season is open this, how do you say that in English? Jam? Marmalade? Confiture? Advent that I got myself. It's jams from Bonne Maman. I've been wanting one of those for forever, and I'm so excited to open it. Basically, I'm gonna have a different jam or marmalade or however you call them each day, and I'm gonna eat that in the morning with you. And lastly, I have this paper advent calendar with a little window to open each day. This one I got in the post, it was free, I just received it. It's a local non-profit organization that sends them out each year, and I'm just gonna open it with you because it's cute. So let's start the first day of the Jam Advent Calendar with you. And today it is, I'm struggling to take it out, it is abricot au miel. which is apricots with honey, and let me tell you, it was delightful. Alright, I think I said everything I wanted to tell you about my project for this Advent season, so I'm gonna let you enjoy the footage. And basically, this whole vlog series is just going to be a little bit of footage of me knitting up my project, selecting my yarn, eating jam every day, and it's gonna be super cozy, super low-key, super chill, and I hope you will enjoy it. Actually, I lied. I still have something to tell you. I just want to explain what I'm doing here, because this is a little trick that I learned from the maker of Knitted Den, Caroline, on how to hold double yarn you have from one single mini plate. Because if you have a color changing yarn, which is the case here, because it goes from yellow ochre something to, I guess, red, pink, something, magenta, and I'm holding the yarn double in this blanket, but I only have one plate. So the trick is to pull like a long length, something like your wingspan of one strand, and then you break it. And then you hold those two strands together to knit for a while, and when your first strand, the one you broke, runs out, you can simply attach it to the ball, because it's unspun yarn, it's super easy to attach together. You just rub it between your hands and you're good to go. And you continue knitting until you make it to the end of the piece you broke, and then you attach it to the ball where you broke it, and so on and so forth. And since the color change is very long and you're using small pieces of yarn, you're not going to see a difference between each strand when you change the color, but overall you are going to get a fade in your yarn. Of course, the fade is going to happen twice as fast because you're using the yarn twice as fast because you hold it double, but still you're going to have a really nice effect, as you will be able to tell later on when I'm going to show you the first day when it's knit up. I did hit a little bit of a roadblock here because I did an I-cord edge on my blanket, so I slipped 3 stitches, but as you can tell, I'm not getting a square. It's flaring out a lot, and I just knew I wasn't happy with that, and I just knew it wouldn't be as perfect as I wanted. So I decided to start over and to repeat back, because it was just the beginning. It was just like 30 minutes of knitting, it wasn't too much. So I decided to bite the bullet and start over, and I'm so much happier with the results. So this is the next day, and as you can see, the corner is a real corner. It's flaring out a little bit, but that's because of the needle. It's much less worse than before, and I'm so glad I started over because it's looking perfect now. The edge is raw, I'm not slipping any stitches, but I'm gonna add an I-cord edge or something at the end.
silent night, I only have one wish for the shooting star. Holy night, send me someone to love so I can hold their hand while we're ice skating around the trees, Central Park. Kiss them under the mistletoe. Oh, I want a Christmas kind of spark. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid? Send his arrow straight to my heart. A waterfall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all. Turtle doves and all my favorite things come in sets of two. So does love. Send me someone I can talk to. We'll share stories of our childhood memories of Christmas past. Chestnuts on an open fire and another log to make it last. We'll build Frosty the Snowman and dance along with the Christmas band, and then we'll frolic like two old lovebirds walking around a winter wonderland. Santa Claus, do you know Cupid? Send his arrow straight to my heart. A waterfall in love this Christmas. Santa, that would be the greatest gift of all. Send me an extra stocking to hang next to me on the wall. Santa, send me a love for Christmas. So that would be the greatest gift of all. Send me a love for Christmas. That would be the greatest gift of Santa.
Santa, I've been good this year. Make your list and check it twice. I'll leave you a note right here underneath the Christmas lights. Carols and bells, none of them help. I still feel blue. I just wanna fall in love this Christmas. I don't need a fancy watch. You can give the elves a break. No, you can't make it in the shop. You can't put it on your sleigh. You know me so well that nobody else can do what you do. I just wanna fall in love this Christmas. I just wanna fall in love.
I'm finally showing my face. I just finished editing all of this week's footage and I realized I have never filmed my face. So, hello, if you have never seen me, this is what I look like. So, it's the end of week 1 and I wasn't sure how much knitting I would be able to do. I wasn't even sure I was gonna do those projects at all until last Sunday, last minute, before going to bed. I was like, am I really gonna do those 2 Advent projects? Because I have so much on my plate right now, is it really the right time to cast on not 1 but 2 blankets? Or maybe I cast on just 1? I really wasn't sure. And when came Monday morning, I needed the chill of 2 blankets where I don't have to take any notes, I don't have to think about design, process, feature, writing up a pattern, all of that. I just needed chill knitting. So that's what decided me to start them. And I also left myself the liberty of filming the whole week and then not publishing the video if I really felt like it wasn't interesting or worth it. But the editing process was okay this morning, and the video is not too bad. It's not my best work, but it's not too bad. So I hope you will enjoy it. And maybe it's the only week that I will ever do. If nobody enjoys it, who knows? Anyway, I have managed to I have managed to do quite a big chunk on this one. It's a little bit scrunched on the needles, but yeah, it's a good sized little bit of blanket. I think it's 100 grams, a little bit more for now. So if I can do 100 grams per week, a little bit more, maybe I can make it to 500 grams. 500 grams out of my Nutiden stash by the end of the Advent season. I have no idea how big the blanket is going to be. But one thing I'm sure of, I don't have enough Nutiden in my stash currently to do a whole blanket as big as I want it to be. So hopefully I can make it to the midpoint, and then maybe next year or before that I buy more Nutiden to make this blanket, but we'll have to see. That's a later me problem. For the other one, the sweet shop, I'm just so happy with how it's coming out. It's so incredibly cute, and I love the dark main color. This is so me, and I love the fact that those are all leftovers from my past projects, so it's kind of a memories blanket, and I love that. And also the fact that Mr. Tinks is picking out the colors is just so sweet. He's quite involved. I mean, he wouldn't mind if I wasn't asking him, but since I'm asking, every time he's like taking out all the colors from the bucket, watching them all, and then picking the one he wants. He's not like not caring at all and just like picking one randomly and just giving it to me like, I don't care, stop bothering me. Like, absolutely not. He is kind of involved and he really wants to pick the best colors. So I usually show him where I'm at, and I tell him, can you pick the color that's going to go here, and then he selects what he thinks is going to be the best. So it's absolutely not random, but yeah, it's going to be kind of like a combo project between us two, and I think it's really sweet. And I have a few things to tell. So I did modify the stitch counts because I thought the original squares were a little bit too big, and I wanted mine to be faster to do, use less yarn, and just be cuter. So I did, I think, 6 stitches less than in the pattern. And so they are a little bit less than 20 centimeters wide, but I think they are perfect like this. I even think I could have removed 2 more stitches, so 8 stitches total, because they do take a little bit too long for my liking. I would like them to go a little bit faster, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. And the main color, so the black, I use about 7.5 grams for each. And for the contrast color, it's an absolute mess. It really depends on the yarn. For example, for this one, which is a mini skein, one of those beautiful mini skeins I held double, I'm using more than 10 grams for that. But for example, for this one, the first one I did, this is BC Garn Loch Lomond, which is a woolen spun DK weight, but it's a light DK. I'm using a little bit more than 4 grams. So yeah, less than half of what I'm using here. So the grams are absolutely not reliable in terms of tracking how much contrast color I'm going to need, but it doesn't really matter. Because I think all the contrast color leftovers I'm going to use to make a border, a color changing border, so I don't really care how much I have left anyway. What I do know, however, is that I'm not going to have enough of the main color, because when I bought it like 2-something years ago, I knew it wasn't enough, and I knew I would have to order a few more times to get enough yarn. But I was like, there's no point in buying more yarn if I'm not casting on the project, so I didn't buy any. But the point of this is to stash down, so I'm not going to buy the missing yarn before next year, because I want to actually see how much yarn I can get out of my stash with this, and I think I have enough to get me through the new year. I didn't really have an exact plan as to how many squares and how many stripes I wanted to do every day. The base plan was to do 1 mini plate, 1 stripe per day, and 1 or 2 squares per day, which was obviously too much. And on the first day when I was knitting, I was thinking about this and I figured I could maybe do 1 stripe a day and 1 square on the other day. So alternate every other day the project. And then came the 3rd day and I was like, I want to knit on this. So I just did what I wanted to do and that's all. And yesterday I wanted to be chill and not have to think about increasing, decreasing and picking up and stuff like that. So I just knit on this. No, it was this morning actually. So yeah, I'm just doing what I want and I will see at the end of the month how much I have knit. I don't have any goals. I just want to knit on those 2 projects and that's all. I just want to enjoy myself. I just want to get my stash down and I just want to see them grow because it's so incredibly satisfying. I love this so much. And I hope you will enjoy following me while I knit on them for the whole month of December. I mean, whole month until a little bit after Christmas, let's be real. But yeah, I'm gonna have 4 episodes for the 4 weeks, hopefully. I hope you will come back to see the rest. I hope I will film the rest and post it. No pressure on myself, in case you couldn't tell. I just want this to be chill and enjoyable. I'm gonna go back to finish editing this video. I have no idea how I'm gonna take pictures for the thumbnail because the weather is atrocious. Sorry about the lighting situation, by the way, and my very shiny forehead. Yeah, it's winter and there is no light. But it's fine, I guess it gives a cozy vibe to the video. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments, for your likes, all of that. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on the next Vlogmas episode. Or maybe even the podcast, if I feel like it. And if I have a little bit of sunlight. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you again next time. Happy knitting. I love you.